think I see it.
Awesome. So we are live. Woohoo!
Hi.
Hey everybody. So I want to introduce you guys to an amazing woman I have here with you, or with me. It is Kim Jaynes, founder and owner of Borboleta Beauty.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, no problem. I mean, I am so honored that you even found the time. I know we've been going back and forth with our schedules, and it's been kind of crazy, and you're super busy.
Yeah, you are too. So I'm glad that this lined up. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was great. And we're so happy. If you guys don't know this right now, Kim is one of our speakers at our conference coming up in April, and we're so happy you said yes.
Yeah. Oh, I was so honored when you asked me. I love speaking, and so when I got that email from you guys, I was totally honored and blown away by it. And I'm already thinking like, how do I want to do this presentation? And anyway, I'm so excited for the conference. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. And the LashCon that just happened, we went to, and it was
Yeah.
so cute. You had sent your video. You were on the screen, and you announced Brittany to get on stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she did such a good job.
She's awesome. Thank you for saying that. I'm like blown away. I watched her Instagram live. She did an Instagram live, and I felt like such a proud mom watching it. Like, oh my baby, she's so great. She's awesome.
She is really cute. She gave a lot of good key points. It was a really good talk. I loved it.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, and I kind of wanted to get to talk to you about just personal stuff, so people kind of get to know you, because I know people hear about you. They
Yeah.
hear about, oh my gosh, Kim Jaynes, and oh, she's so great, and you are so great, and they see all your Instagram posts and all the great things that you do, and the main thing I think that they see right now is your baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Scotty's everywhere. She's like the center of our lives. It's wild.
That is awesome. So what's the K stand for?
So her full name, and it's like a funny backstory, but her full name is Scotland, and then Kimberly after me. But and that was Craig's idea, my husband. I was like, I really don't like the name Scotland, and I don't care to have her be like Kimberly, but Scotty K I always wanted to name her Scotty. And so her birth certificate says Scotland Kimberly Jaynes. It's like the longest name ever, but we just call her Scotty K all the time.
That is the cutest name. I love it. When you first
Yeah.
announced it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's the cutest thing ever.
Thank you. I feel like she has the funniest little personality. I'm sure every mom says that about their baby, but I mean, she is so hilarious just in like her little things that she does. And it's funny, like being a mom and seeing your baby. And there's some things that I'm like, oh, that's like so me, or that's so Craig. But then there's other things that I'm like, where did she get this from? She is like wild.
It's
So
crazy. And how old is she now?
she's 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she is such a cutie pie. Like, I just look at her cheeks and I'm just like, oh, they just
I
grab
know.
them.
I grab them all the time, just like squeeze them.
Oh my god.
Embarrassing. I'm such an embarrassing mom. I'm just going to get more embarrassing as she gets older. She's just going to have to get used to it.
Oh my gosh, do it. Do it. I have four. I have a 14-year-old.
No way.
Yes. Yes, and my 14-year-old is very much that. I embarrass her all the time. Like, we're dropping her off at school, and I like roll down the window and I will start to whistle and go, "Hey girl, you look so good. Have a good day at school." You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, she's like, "Shut up."
Wait, let me look at how do you have a 14-year-old? I'm just trying to like understand this.
Well, well,
You like don't look like a day over 21. So I'm like, what is happening here? Like,
you're so nice.
you're like
No.
barely legal to drink. So I'm like, how is this making sense right now?
No, well, yeah, we started kind of young. And actually, I'm from Utah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we lived in like the east side, so like East Mill Creek,
Yeah.
for a long time. And actually, I used to live up in Ogden. But no, man, that's a long story. I'm gonna have to do a whole podcast on that one. But no, for the most part, we started pretty young. I was 20 when I had her, so yeah, kind of
Wow.
crazy. I know, kind of crazy life. And then I had my second one, and then I have twins. They're 7
Wow.
next month, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we will definitely have to talk more because I would love to know what life with twins is like. And just, I mean, like 4 kids in general. I don't know how anybody does it because I'm barely surviving with one. But Craig and I, because Scotty has cystic fibrosis, we're both carriers of the mutated gene. So
Oh.
there's any future kids we have a 25% chance of also having cystic fibrosis, and we're both like, no way, we cannot do a round 2 of this. So anyway, we're looking into doing in vitro next time we want to get pregnant. And I was thinking, I'm like, why not just like have twins? You know, like then they can be little buddies. And anyway, so I'm always intrigued when someone has twins. I'm like, tell me everything.
Oh no, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't really know how I do it. I was actually about to ask you that. How has work-life balance been for you since, you know, you've had Scotty? But it's definitely tough. And I think for me anyway, it's really about managing my time and writing lists. Like for me, my husband's like, write a list, like, because, and I really have to zone out when it's time to zone out. So
Yeah,
it's hard. I know. How has it been for you?
very similar to that. And in talking to all of my friends who are working mothers as well, we're all kind of like, what, how are you doing this? How are you surviving? And we're all like, we just do. You just like make things happen, and you accept that you're going to feel guilty sometimes. For I feel work guilt, and then I feel mom guilt, and I think every working parent, working mother especially, feels that way. And so when people ask me about like a work-life balance, I'm like, I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if there really is such a thing, but I am starting to identify like when I'm feeling totally off balance in one area and how to like pick myself back up again. So like last week we took a family vacation, and we went to Maui, and I that was the first time I've ever traveled and been like on a vacation where I totally disconnected, and I spent all of that time with Scotty, and I like don't even think I really got into my inbox at all. And
Good.
it was such a huge transition for me, but it was so nice. And then I came back this week, and I've just been hitting the ground running and want to be, you know, totally 100% focused at work and getting everything done and like catching up on projects. So I think that for me is just figuring out like what do I need the most right now so I can be the best working mom, so that I can be the best mom to Scotty, so I can be the best founder. And I think it's personal for everyone. We're all so different.
Yeah, no, I think you nailed it right on the head. I mean, it really is hard to find that. I wish there was like a book that like nailed down like everything you have to do to make it work. But like you said, like we're all in different circumstances, different, you know, economic statuses, and even like where we're at in our career or in our life. And so yeah, it's definitely hard to get that going.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there's no, like you said, no perfect textbook to it. So I think when people ask, it's like, you just figure out what works best for you. That's
Yeah,
all.
and you just take it day by day. You try to hit your goals day by day, hit your goals week by week, and just like, you know, if you don't have those, I really think it's really hard for people to, at least for me, like if I don't have my daily goals, my weekly goals, my monthly goals, for my home and for my work, like I can never accomplish it. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Go you though. I don't know how you do it with 4 kids. I think that's really phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. No, I don't know how I do it either. I'm gonna have to do a podcast with my husband or an interview with him because he tells the funniest stories. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
He
Of
just
our
gives
home
it to
life.
you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, but I was gonna ask, what are you dressing Scotty up for Halloween? This is her first Halloween, so
Yes. So I love Halloween, and this is actually the first year that I feel completely unprepared for it. So we this is like such a funny story, but for the longest time, like she's bald, basically, you know, she has like little hair. So we said it would be so funny because everyone probably thinks we're gonna dress her up as like a cute little lamb or something. And Craig and I were like, oh my gosh, we should be Austin Powers and she should be Mini Me. And we thought that would be so funny.
yeah.
But we didn't do it because I didn't have any time. Like I didn't think through, you know, getting the costume and all that. So on Monday night, it was like 12 o'clock at night, and I was on Amazon trying to like Amazon Prime a mini me costume, and I wasn't finding anything. So I settled for a little chicken, and she's gonna be just like, you know,
Oh,
the whole thing. It's cute, but I'm like, oh, that would have been so funny, but it's fine. You just
that's
take
perfect.
what you can at this point.
No, it's totally true. I totally get it. I did the same thing for my kids. I totally get it. I feel bad. But but
They're
the
fine.
classic, like the cute little barn animals, you know, when they can, like when they let you, because it's gonna get to a point, babe, where they're gonna turn like 5 and 6 and 7 and then up, and they're like, no, I don't want to be that, and they won't let you choose.
No, I remember being like that growing up, you know, like, so yeah, I will just always let Scotty choose what she wants to be. But right now I'm like, oh, the little chicken is so cute. And so
Oh,
until she can talk and tell me what she wants, I'm like, this is what you're going to be. It's cute.
yes. That's awesome. Actually, I actually have a picture of you guys here. Here, let me pull it up here real quick so everyone can see.
Oh,
Yeah, it was you guys at the airport. When I saw that picture, I was like, that is like an ideal picture of just a mom loving her baby and just being there, you know, I mean, we obviously know you're a boss, babe. You know, you run a great tight ship with Borboleta. So it's like, you know, just seeing you being able to relax and see that and spend time with your baby was so beautiful.
thank you. I will never take that trip for granted. It was really amazing. And it was just that, like, I did get to decompress and get to spend as much time as I needed to with Scotty. But that picture is so funny because you look at that and this is like typical Instagram where it's like, oh, you know, this is like a mommy and daughter, and Scotty looks so pleasant. And I'm not even kidding you. Like, we sat down on the flight and she like threw her bottle and she was like kicking the seat in front of her and
Oh
like
no.
throwing toys and crackers and like banging on the window. And I was just like, oh my gosh, traveling is so different now. And it was a 6-hour flight. And so by like the end of the flight, right before they were saying that we were landing, I just like sat Scotty on my seat and I sat on the ground and I was like, here, I just like need a minute.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just so funny because, you know, I look at this on Instagram and I'm like, what an angel. And then I get on the flight and I was texting, we went to Hawaii with my husband's brother, and they were laughing, you know, they were sitting a couple rows behind us, and I texted them a picture of her because she passed out for like 30 minutes. She hardly naps. And so she took like a 30-minute nap, and I snapped a picture of her and I sent it back to them, and I was like, this little monster finally fell asleep for 30 minutes and I can just like breathe. But it is so intense traveling with her. So I look at that and I'm like, that is not reality at all. But
Yeah.
it's a really cute picture. I do love it.
Well, you know, it's a great backstory, like you just said. It's like this is not how it really was. It was just for that one moment. So, and you know, all kids are like that. I dealt with the whole plane thing with my kids. I actually gave them Benadryl. I'm that mom.
Oh my gosh, that's coming next when she's a little bit older because they are wild. And I'm supposed to be going to Australia in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
Luckily, we're going with a lot of family. I'm speaking at a conference out there, and I'm like mentally meditating and preparing for that flight because it's 14 hours from LA.
oh,
So
wow.
I'm literally just like, okay, we can do this, but I've got to put all my mental energy and meditation towards just like thinking what that flight out there is going to be like.
Yeah, no, I feel ya. I totally get it. Oh, you know what? We have a view. Hi, guys. Welcome. Sorry, I forgot to say hi to everyone as we're like talking. Hi. I'm just getting into conversation with you like we're on FaceTime. If someone asks you, let me throw it up here. It says, oh, someone wants to know, and sorry, guys, I don't see your names on here. So please, when you write a comment, for some reason, just add your name at the end so I'm not like just oblivious to who's commenting. It says, why Borboleta? Why the name?
I love this question. So borboleta means butterfly in Portuguese, and my husband speaks Portuguese, and he actually lived in Lisbon for a while, and so that's like just such a special place for him. So when we were thinking about what to name our little lash brand at the time, you know, we didn't even have a website yet, and I was just selling the lashes out of the trunk of my car. And Craig, he's an incredible marketer, and he was talking me through just kind of why we should name the lashes something and give them a purpose, and come up with a why, and all of this. And we both kind of just felt like we wanted this to not be something lashes. We wanted to create like a culture and a beauty community. And so we were talking about what does beauty mean to both of us. And beauty to us came down to diversity. And if we all looked the same, then we would be boring. And there's nothing exciting about that. And the thought of a butterfly came to us like they're so uniquely beautiful, and they don't even see how beautiful they are. Like butterflies can't actually see their wings, but that's what we find so beautiful about them. And that's kind of what I have always hung my hat on with lashes. Like I got lashes on for the first time, and I looked in the mirror and I was like, whoa, I feel like a different person. I have a different confidence. Like lashes give you that. And so when we thought about the word butterfly, and Craig said borboleta in Portuguese, and it just kind of was one of those things where it was like, that's it. Like we didn't even think or talk about any other name after that. We were like Borboleta Beauty, and it has stuck ever since then. And it is, people are always like Barboleta. They, we get the funniest iterations of the name, but when you get to know the brand and you know the backstory, every time I tell it, I'm like, it is kind of cool. Like that's something that I really love, that we took the time to really like explore what this brand and company meant to us.
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, and I remember I've heard that story before. So everyone who's listening or watching right now with the live, yeah, I thought it was a brilliant when I first heard it, because we're from Venezuela, right there, right above Brazil.
Yeah.
And I don't know like Portuguese, but I can understand it a little bit. So when I heard it, I was like, I know that word. So
Yeah.
that's really
So
cool.
yeah, yeah. So it does. It has a really special purpose to each, Craig and I. And then we opened up an operation a couple of years ago in Sao Paulo. So it's cute because when we talk to people in Brazil, they say butterfly, and instead of calling it borboleta. Typically, we hear from our Brazilian following like, "Bring the butterfly to Brazil," or "When's the butterfly coming here?" And
Oh,
so there's just like a really special connection that we've had with Portugal and with Brazil, and even the meaning that it's brought to here in the States to us. So I think that's also helped us reach a lot of different communities, and we've had different, like we have an educator in Portugal, and she felt connected to the brand because of the name Borboleta. So there's been some really cool things that have come from that.
that's amazing. I love it. And if anyone wants to go and follow Borboleta, here is the Instagram page. It's really easy, Borboleta Beauty. And if you want to go ahead and follow Kim, here she is. This is Kim's IG. So let me pull that up here. It's Kimber Jaynes.
Yeah.
So, and it's not James like LeBron James, y'all. Okay, it's Jaynes.
Yeah, I know. It's confusing though. Everyone spells it's the hardest name to say, and I can't say my N, so I'm always like Jayne, like no, like I have to do this whole iteration. It's
Yeah,
so hard.
I do the same thing with my last name. Everyone's like, it's like so Suberville. And people are like, wait, what? I'm like, SUB as in boy, ER, V as in Victor, IL. It's like.
It is. It's a whole like slur for me. I get it.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I love it. So let's go ahead and dive in. I know I just love chatting with you. We were going to talk about to you guys really quick about aftercare, like Lash Aftercare, and I will definitely be hitting up on what you just launched recently. So I'm really excited to talk about that. But first, I would love to kind of hit up right now, because there's a lot of new lash artists right now, whether they're just joining in the last year or the last couple months, and they don't really know. They've gone to trainings, but they haven't been like really told, or maybe they're just learning on their own on YouTube, which is not the greatest thing to do. But so why should we wash our lashes? Because before it used to be where we used to say, oh no, don't touch your lashes for more than 24 hours. We don't want to like whatever. That's changed. That's obviously changed.
Yeah. Just like any industry that you get into, the more the industry develops, the more we understand. So back in the early days of lashing, we thought that water would break down adhesive. Well, when you understand what is in any adhesive, it doesn't matter what brand, that formula is not going anywhere. I mean, you could put straight, I wouldn't recommend this, but you could literally put straight castor oil on your eyes, and your lashes shouldn't come off. So there's a lot of factors to retention, and it's hard to really pinpoint why one client has better retention than another client. so I don't really want to like dive into all the what ifs of retention, because I
Right.
still
No.
feel like, you know, that will forever be a thing with the industry, no matter where you're at. But reason why we feel like aftercare is so critical is because when before you wore lash extensions, you wore mascara. And at the end of the day, you would wash your mascara off, because that would be completely unsanitary to not wash your mascara off. There's debris that gets into your eyes. You put something on there that is catching more debris that you can add. Our eyes can be really prone to infection, so you want to take care of those just like anything else. And so when we talk about lash aftercare, it kind of does blow my mind when we're like, do not wash these. Like,
Yeah.
because we just added a whole other layer that's so much more intense than mascara. And then we're asking you not to like clean them and make sure that you're keeping them sanitary. And
Right.
I think a lot of it is because, going back to my previous point, early days in the industry, we would just think that anytime you like literally laid a finger on your lashes, that they were coming out, and then that's business that you're losing and your client's frustrated.
Right.
When we got more confident and more educated, and we could explain to our clients that just like anything else that we do, like getting a facial, you still wash your face. Getting your hair done, you have to wash your hair. Getting your lashes done, wash your lashes. We realized that washing your lashes made our lash extensions last longer because we don't get buildup and debris on them. um, it makes our sets of lashes look better, because obviously we're cleaning them, we're brushing them, we're fluffing them, we're, you know, kind of instating them. And so there were all these things that we felt like at Borboleta that we were kind of missing the marker on in the industry. Like, if we really want clients to have the best kept lashes, and we want clients to have longevity here and want to come back for this service, why are we not providing them with what they need for that? And what was out there previously in the industry was almost like threats, like death threats from your lash artist. Like, if you
Oh.
don't wash your lashes, I'm firing you, you're done. Like, and so people were like scared into like, okay, give me like, tell me what cleansers I need. And a lot of times be like, well, I don't know what cleanser you need, but like, you better keep your lashes clean, or else I'm not doing them again, you know? So we just kind of took a whole, like a softer approach to aftercare, and it's not a scare tactic. It should be a luxurious feeling, just like anything else. Like, we need to have aftercare that has really good ingredients in it, so that, because our under eyes are such a sensitive area for our face on our skin. And it's the very first area of our face that ages. And so when we took that approach, we were looking at all of the ingredients that are in every cleanser across the board, and we were like, why are there not more hydrating ingredients? I'm not talking like super oily ingredients, but just like hyaluronic acid, and, you know, just like little things in there that would feel better for your skin. So after you get done washing your lashes, you kind of have that feeling of like, hi, not like,
Yeah.
ah. So
Right. Exactly.
there was this whole long discussion about it. Um, you know, our head of product, her name's Brooke Durr. She comes from Urban Decay. She developed the Naked palette, so she's been like way in the weeds on product development. She came over to Borboleta, and she got her lashes done for the first time, and she was like, we're missing the boat here. Like, there's such an opportunity to send somebody home with a product that they need, that's going to feel so good on their skin, that's going to be good and healthy for their lashes, that makes sense. And then, you know, then we added the cool down masks, which I think are like the coolest thing
They're
ever.
so cool. I want to try one.
Oh, did you not get any at LashCon?
No, I was so busy. I totally forgot to grab a box. We were running out we were so, anyway, we like ran to our airport to get
Oh,
home.
okay,
So
I'm
I
gonna
felt
send
so
you
bad.
some. No,
Oh,
I'm gonna send you some. I should put some on right now, because I'm like, even talking about them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta cool down. They're so amazing. I love them so much. But Brooke thought about the cool down mask because she got her lashes done, and then, you know, when you get untaped after, and you're kind of like, you know, your
yeah.
eyes hurt, and you're kind of sitting. They don't hurt, but you're just like, whew, you know, kind of sitting there like, I just got a little bit beat up. Um,
Right.
so Brooke was like, don't your clients want to leave? Like, you're getting a luxurious service. Don't they want to leave with that nice, like, luxury and relaxed feeling? And so we looked into developing the cool down masks, and they're not fluffy. They're like so intentional. You literally put them on underneath. They don't slide. They're super hydrating. They have caffeine in them, and so you get that nice little like
Plump.
pump
Yeah.
and little like plumpness that you're looking for under there. And then even those dark circles under your eyes, like it really helps those too. So just, and you know what? They're so Instagrammable. And I like kind of laugh even saying that. That's not why we developed them. But after they came out, we were seeing all these beautiful pictures on Instagram. We were like, who knew? Like we weren't even
Yeah.
thinking about that. But yeah, they're super cute to Instagram, and it's an awesome add-on service for your clients. Like
It is.
we work so hard as lash artists, and we're always looking for an opportunity to make more money and to keep our clients loyal to us. So this is just kind of that little extra touch. Like if you have a little fridge in your lash room, just put a packet in there, and then at the end of their service, nano mist them, untape them, apply a cool down mask for like $5 extra. And if you do that for every client, you know, you can average making an extra $5,000 a year based on how many clients you're doing. But it's just like the little things that we're kind of missing in the industry because we're so new, and that's kind of what the aftercare brought. It's adding luxury to a luxury service, and it's making people not feel scared about having to take care of their lashes. It should be an experience that you're like, I can't wait to wash my lashes every night. So that's kind of like the thought process that went into all of it.
That is so cool. I love it. I know. When it first came out, I mean, well, it's 4 different products, right? I wrote it down because I forgot. So it was the cool down masks, which is like the collagen masks, right?
Yeah.
Which I love them. I mean, I haven't tried them, but they look super hydrating. They look like they're like gonna like give you a good plump, but they also look. I love the color. The color was great.
I know, they're pretty, right?
Yeah.
Maybe in a minute I'll grab some and I'll put some on so we can
Show
show
everybody.
everyone kind of what
Yeah,
we're
they're
talking
super
about.
cute, like a nice nude color. And then you have the gel cleanser, which is for the lashes or your face.
The gel cleanser is for your lashes.
Okay. And how often, so people out there know, how often would you recommend to wash your lashes? Every day, twice a day?
At least once a day, but I just kind of add it into my morning routine, and then I add it into my night routine. Like,
Okay.
and it's like a ritual, you know, like in the morning I have my cup of coffee, and so like in the morning I'm like, oh, I'm going to wash my lashes and wash my face and put my cool down mask on. And then at night it's kind of, you know, the opposite ritual of like, oh, I'm going to have my glass of wine and I'm going to relax and like, you know, do my whole ritual then. So I don't know, everyone's a little different, but I do recommend one time a day.
Perfect. I love that. Okay, cool. And then you have the makeup remover, the oil-free makeup remover.
I actually have it right here. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
So everyone can kind of see like the packaging too. This is kind of what the whole line looks like.
Right.
A little Vanna White
Very
for you.
clean.
But
yes.
yeah, so it's the makeup remover is awesome. It's like a water like texture. It's called Breakdown. I think it's a cute name too, but it's has a water like texture, and so you feel it and you're like, this is going to be so wimpy. Like why would how is this going to take off my gel eyeliner or like my smoky eye? And it cleans it right off. It's so good. So it totally emulsifies and breaks down any type of eye makeup that you have on, and it just like drips off. It's amazing. So yeah, the makeup remover is awesome. Has silver mushroom in it, which is a really cool ingredient. So it's like hydrating, and you don't feel super raw after, but it's not oily.
Yeah, no, you got me at mushroom, babe.
I knew it. People love that silver mushroom, you know?
Yeah, that's a great, that's awesome. I love it. That's so cool. And then you have the cute little cleansing brush with the base holder thingy. That is the cutest thing.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had one of those in my office. So it's the Clean Swoop brush, and it's a completely contoured brush. It's made specifically for eyelash extension. So in our industry, we would just repurpose makeup brushes, and so this one has a nice aluminum handle. It has really nice soft bristles on the brush, but it's fully contoured to the eye, so you can get it in nice and snug, but it doesn't tear out your lashes. And then my favorite part about it, it's like so simple but so innovative is it comes with a drying stand. So one of the biggest things, like when you're done using your brush, you just like plop it on the counter and it's this wet brush. You're kind of like, that's gross, but whatever, you know. So this was just like a simple thing where you put your clean swoop brush after you've rinsed it, after you've cleansed your lashes, you just put it back into the drying stand, and it has these little holes at the bottom, so it drains out any excess water, and it keeps your brush nice and clean and fluffy, and it keeps it off the dirty countertop. So it was such like one of those kind of things where we were like, we don't even know if people are going to like this, but we're like, it's so simple, and like, why hasn't it been done yet? And it has been like the most people are obsessed with it. Like, we basically sold out of those within the first week of the launch, and we were like not expecting that. So anyway, we're like getting fully restocked because we are doing, you know, Black Friday sales are coming up and stuff. But
For sure.
we were all just like, oh my God, we were not expecting this. This like went more wild than we thought. And then there's the foam cleanser in the line too. And it's the same formula as the gel. It's just a different texture. So you have the foam that's like really nice and fluffy, and then the gel is more concentrated and obviously a gel base. That's just preference.
Okay, perfect. I love that. And so we have someone asking us, okay, so it looks like Monica. Monica is asking, what is the difference between your makeup remover and any other one?
That's such a good question. So ours was specifically made for eyelash extensions. So any other makeup remover that is on the market, like say your Clinique water-based makeup remover, that's made for just regular lashes. This was made for the texture of lash extensions. So it's not going to do anything that's going to break down any adhesives. It doesn't have any oils in it. Even a water-based formula still will have derivatives from oil. Ours doesn't. So, and again, ours was made kind of like that aftercare that feels like skincare is our tagline. So we put really good ingredients in there to feel good underneath your eye that's specific to like our makeup remover. You're not going to find in any other makeup remover like the silver mushroom that I was referring to.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Great question. We do have another question. It's I don't know if it's a question or if it's just a statement. It says, Borboleta is Portuguese for butterfly, which is their logo as well. And eyelashes are like butterfly wings.
Oh, that's so true.
So that's, yeah. Exactly.
And when I always give Scotty little butterfly kisses, when you brush her eyelashes up against their cheeks, and I always tell her the little Borboleta kisses. I love that. That's so cute.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you guys for sharing that. I don't know. I don't think there's no one asking any other questions, but that's cool. So if you guys go ahead and, oh wait, Kim, have we discussed what your topic was going to be for our conference?
No, we haven't talked about that yet.
Okay. We're going to talk about that later. She's going to give a bomb presentation, you guys, and we're actually having one of her workshops. We're having a workshop portion at the conference. So it's nothing like we're going to split off into different rooms. It's actually going to be where we have like in the same big conference room, and we're going to have like sectioned off into different areas. And there's going to be about 6 workshops. And I know we're going to have you guys have a workshop with, you said, Liata up there teaching some volumes, tricks and tips and things like that. So that's going to be awesome. Yeah, I still need to contact her about that, but we're going to talk about that more about her topic, but it's going to be awesome. So you guys are going to want to come see it. Again, if you guys want to follow Kim, I do have a question about your line, the skincare. So if someone who's new and wants to just try the product, and do you guys have samples? Like, how do they go about doing that or getting that?
So that's a really good question. We get asked that all the time. Today, we do not have samples, but it is something that we are working on because it is so highly requested. So I will give a little, I guess like a little secret, but for Black Friday, we are going to be putting in every single order 1 packet of cool downs for everyone to try.
Nice.
So, yeah, but we are working on for the rest of the line samples that everyone can try.
Right, because I know, like, with bigger bottles, sometimes, some girls, like, they go to not Mac, but like Sephora, and they can give them a little sample of certain products just because they want to try it before they buy the whole big thing. Totally. So that's awesome. So you guys can go and try that out yourselves. I'm excited to try it out. Oh my gosh. And I'm excited and so happy that you're going to do this with us and for us, and for your workshop with Liata. And It's gonna be so fun.
I know. I'm so excited.
Yes, awesome. And then, so again, you guys, if you don't know who I am, if you're just tuning in, I am Lulu Superville of Hygge Beauty. And see, my thing also has like my name also has a different country kind of relation. So people say hi,
Yeah.
Hygge, Hygge, and it's like no, it's Hygge. It's Hygge, which is a Danish word. That like you, it kind of when I first heard it, it was kind of like that's it. There's no question that's it's what I want. And it just
Yeah.
basically means like a cozy, contented feeling for the simple things in life.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what that like gives me the feel good. So that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's me. So I'm Lulu. This is Kim joining us. Thank you so much for joining me on my live. I want to chat with you more, but I know you're a busy woman and you gotta do everything you gotta do. If you have any questions for her, please feel free to comment on here. I can go back. We can go back and answer those for you guys. And like I said, go follow her, Kim Jaynes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, babe. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks again for having me.
No problem. Anytime.
Okay. All right. Bye, hun.
See you, hon.